1995 kicked off Kansas State's final Big 8 season. Next year, Kansas State goes to the Big 12. But in the final Big 8 season of all time, Kansas State put its unbeaten mark on the field at KSU Stadium's Wagner Field, Snyder's Sanctuary, against the Missouri Tigers. And it would prove to be a history-making afternoon at Snyder's Sanctuary as the powerful Kansas State defense looked to keep its shutout string intact.
Orso to throw in a straight drop. Throws a delay route. The pass is broken up, nearly intercepted. No, it is intercepted. K-State picks it up.
K-State cruised to its 5th straight win, dumping the Missouri Tigers 30-0. And by throwing its 3rd straight shutout, the 1995 K-State defense became the first Wildcat team to do so since 1933. They became the first Big 8 team to accomplish the feat since 1979. And in the 3-game homestand, Kansas State outscored its opponents by a whopping 141-0. This time the location was Stillwater, Oklahoma, and the opponent was a fired-up Cowboy squad celebrating homecoming festivities. Kansas State took an 11-point lead midway through the 3rd quarter after Miller hooked up with Tyson Schweiger on a 12-yard touchdown pass.
Oklahoma State leads Kansas State here. The play-action fake. They roll right. Loika's got it at the 10-yard line. Tucks the football. He's at the 5. Lowers the shoulder. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Brian Loika. A boot pass to the tight end. It's an 18-yard touchdown.
The Cowboys had one last chance, but defensive end Niall Wyron put an end to those hopes when he sacked Cowboy quarterback Craig Strickland in the end zone for another safety. In the end, 8th-ranked Kansas State had improved to 6-0 for the first time since 1910, with a 23-17 victory over Oklahoma State. In the last 4 seasons, no team in the Big 8 Conference had played powerful national champion Nebraska tougher than Kansas State.
First down, goal to go for Kansas State at the 7-yard line. Out of the shotgun set. Here comes the blitz. Kavanaugh throws in front of the blitz. Pass caught by running. Stretches forward. Touchdown, Kansas State. K-State almost with as much total offense as Nebraska in this game. 298 to 240. Kavanaugh 3rd and goal. Throws for the goal line. Touchdown. Deep curl to Kevin Lockett. New punter in there now for Nebraska. The Huskers put Bill LaFleur into punt. And now the punt is blocked. The ball's loose at the 5. Picked up by Kansas State. Touchdown, Wildcats.
One of the great rivalries in college football down through the years has been the Kansas State-Kansas battle. 1995 had set the stage for what was called the greatest Kansas State-Kansas football game of all time. Now, after falling to a 6-1 record with the loss to Nebraska, K-State had returned home to Snyder's Sanctuary to battle the arch-rival and hated Jayhawks. The Jayhawks were ranked 6th in the nation. There was a record crowd on hand in Manhattan, and Kansas State's defense rose early to the occasion and hammered the Kansas offensive attack early and often.
Williams with time. Now the time dissipates, and Purcell Gaskin sacks him back at the 15-yard line.
The tone for the game was set on the opening punt try by Kansas' Darren Simmons.
He is 3rd in the nation in punting and has done an outstanding job. A low snap that is fumbled by Simmons. He is in the end zone trying to chase the football, and it is going to be a safety for Kansas State. Darren Simmons to try to punt for the 2nd time this afternoon. Another low snap, and now Simmons has to get the football, and it's blocked. It is blocked up in the air, taken by Conley. The ball is still loose and flying around at the 39. It's out of bounds to Kansas State at that point. Kansas, 0-4 on 3rd down conversions out of the shotgun. Williams, again being pressured, steps up. He's going to be hit and sacked at the 17-yard line.
No question, he's done a great job.
Mark Williams to throw. Faking a pass, it is intercepted after being tipped. Gaskins with the interception at the 35. A rather bird at the bottom of your screen. 2nd and 15. Williams is hit. He's sacked at the 24-yard line. Tim Colston, the All-American, right up the chute.
Kansas State's offense, meanwhile, simply steamrolled the Jayhawks from start to finish. And the Wildcat running backs, Eric Hickson and Mike Lawrence, each topped 100 yards in this game. The first pair of K-State backs to accomplish that feat since 1979.
Matt Miller changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Wants to throw. Fires Lockett wide open. Touchdown, Kansas State. Kevin Lockett. 4th down, let's call it 2 at the 20-yard line. Matt Miller wants to throw the football. He's going to throw it long for the end zone. The pass is caught. Touchdown, Kevin Lockett. Forget the first down. Go for the business. Kansas State moving with the win in the 2nd quarter, but he's got 3rd and 15. Under center, Kavanaugh throwing for running on the near side. Running, has it, touchdown! Mitch running, hauls it in. 2nd down and goal to go as Johnson up over the football to snap it to Matt Miller. This is Lawrence diving in for a touchdown. Mike Lawrence with the touchdown. K-State threatening again. 2nd down and 5. Miller pitching. This is Hicks, and he attacks the corner. He's got a touchdown.
Kansas had come into the game averaging 232 yards rushing, but managed to scrape out, get this, 19 yards on 30 carries, while Kansas quarterback Mark Williams was sacked 8 times and was hurried countless other times. In the biggest Kansas State-Kansas game of all time, Kansas State simply dominated the game from start to finish, rolling to a 41-7 victory.